Okay, in case you haven't been keeping up with me, I recently placed a large Sephora order and I have some things that I want to test out, show you guys, give you some first impressions. I also have the new Simply Posh Cosmetics Black Cherry palette. I figured why not do a testing new makeup video. I don't want to make this intro 100 hours long. So don't forget to hit subscribe if you aren't subscribed already. Give this video a thumbs up, and without further blabbering, let's get into it. Okay, so I'm just gonna do a whole full face of makeup today. Some items will be new, some are my second time trying them. Other stuff I'm just gonna grab from my collection because I didn't buy a bronzer shade or anything like that. So anyway, we're gonna start off with the new Makeup by Mario foundation. So this is the Surreal Skin Natural Finish Foundation, 1 fluid ounce, and I got it in the shade 16.5. So I'm hoping that it'll match me. I think I tried the other foundation, his first foundation, last year, and I think I decided to declutter it. So I'm super excited that this is a natural finish foundation because the last one, it never looked like there was shimmer on it, but when you looked in the bottle, you could totally see the particles. I was just never really into it, and I don't think the shade was a great shade for me. Anyway, this shade is looking a lot better, and usually I do half of my face, but I was talking, so now I forgot. Maybe you can tell the difference from the top to the bottom of my face. Tomorrow we're doing family photos, so I'm thinking that I'm gonna use the other Simply Posh palette for that day. I don't know, something with it, but I don't know if you guys have feedback for me. This couple of weeks is going to be like heavy on the reveals, and I have some palettes that have already launched and some palettes that haven't even been announced yet with me, and I'm having a hard time prioritizing what you would want to see. And is it better to just put out something with a new release, or would you guys rather me work ahead of time, like with some of the things I have that haven't been announced yet, and do multiple looks with those palettes? Or does it not even matter to you? Do you not even care? I would be so curious. That foundation looks so pretty. I love my skin. It's glowy, but it's not like super duper glowy, and my skin has like good coverage, like medium coverage, but I can still see like my skin through it. Doesn't feel like I have a whole like full beat on just yet. So I really like that so far. Okay, this is promising. We'll have to see how well this wears. I wonder if I should put more on or if I should just leave it like this. We'll see, we'll see. So I'm gonna give this concealer another chance. I decided I didn't love the shade the last time I used it, but I haven't really worn it since then. So we're gonna try this out for the second time now. I just hate how orange this is. Like, it's so warm. And not in like a good way. I think I can manage to like blend it out and powder it down, but I feel like I should try and get a different shade, or I should just return it, because I don't feel like when I have so many options for makeup, I'm gonna reach for a concealer that isn't really the right shade, and the formula isn't like blowing me away where I'm like, oh, you know what, this is so good. If I don't like the shade match, I need to buy it in the right shade for me. I think I'll be okay. But yeah, that's what I have so far, and I'm gonna go ahead and powder my under eyes, put on some brows, put on some eyeshadow primer, maybe some bronzer, and I'll be right back to play with the palette. Okay, so my lips are in severe need of some lip gloss or a lip product. I did actually decide to get more of these Kulfi balms. So this is the shade Coconut Chum Chum, and I thought it would go really well with this look. So I'm using the shade Carnage from Unearthly. This is a really pretty mauve lip liner. I did have some Laneige lip balm on my lips, so the lip liner is having a hard time clinging to my lips, but that's okay. I basically turned it into a lipstick, and you guys know how much I love the Unearthly lip liners, so I'm excited. I haven't used this yet. I haven't smelled it yet. I know the chai one smelled amazing, so I'm really excited to try this one. You know, I'm not getting like a heavy fragrance of coconut, but I also have a bit of a runny nose, so maybe that's why. But I'm super excited to have that, and I bought a second shade too. So now I have 3 shades, and I think they only have like 5 or 6 shades. So I bought some that I thought I would like. And yeah, I just thought this would be a really pretty mauve lip color that goes with a lot of things. So this is the new Black Cherry palette from Simply Posh Cosmetics. It did launch, and so you can already snag it online, but I do have some close-ups and swatches. So let's go ahead and roll the tape. Simply Posh Cosmetics has this iconic layout that they've done with pretty much every single palette they've launched. So they always have a row of mattes, a row of shimmers, and then another row of mattes. So this new palette is the Black Cherry palette, and it retails for $55. Black Cherry is an 18 pan palette filled with 12 juicy pigmented mattes and 6 intense special shifting shimmers. Black Cherry contains every cherry tone your heart desires. From flushes of blush and mauve to deep burgundy and black, this palette is the perfect fall and winter color story. Our palettes are arranged in an organized format that is very beginner friendly. Each column consists of 3 shadows that can be used to create one look. You can rearrange the shadows to your liking with our magnetic pans. This palette is cruelty-free, vegan, talc-free, mineral oil-free, paraben-free, and the net weight is 25.2 grams or 0.885 ounces. Okay, so I did swatch this palette out, of course, like I do every palette, and I will say the shades are very similar, but I understand. So the first shade is Blush. It's a blush pink shade. Flush is a mauve shade. Crush is a deeper pinky shade. Fresh Pick is a deeper, more mauve shade. Fleshy is a more mauve. Okay, a lot of these are just like blushy, cherry, mauvey shades. Desert is a army green. And then we have the shimmers. So we'll talk about those next, but I swatch all the mattes together and then the shimmers together just so you guys could have a realistic view of the mattes together. Cherry Coated is another mauve. Burst is a little bit more of a purpley shadow. Cherry Red is a dark burgundy shade. Wine is a even deeper, more purpley, dark shade. Cherry Balm is a shade that also is a more purpley, deep shade, and Black Cherry is the black shade. And then the shimmers are super shifty and pretty. I do have a little clip of these that I shot on my phone. So Cherry on Top is a pink shifting shadow with blue. And then the shade Sweet is more of a true pink shimmer shade. Juicy is a purple that shifts blue like a violet shade. And then Luscious is a purple shimmer. And then Very Cherry is a purple that shifts to kind of like a aqua shade, and then Bite is a green shimmer shade. So those are all of my descriptions of the shadows, and now I just want to play with it. So I was contemplating like doing 2 looks, but I really like to do one eye look on both eyes. So that's what we're gonna do, and you're gonna be okay with it, okay? So I'm gonna start off with probably the shade Cherry Bomb, because why not? I feel like I can start there, and it's a really pretty purpley dark matte. So let's go ahead and see how this goes. Now, they did say that their palettes are very beginner friendly, and I think it's just because of how buildable they are. But I will say I was not expecting this one to be so pigmented. So my eyeshadow primer is definitely doing its job. It's definitely gripping onto my lid, which is a good thing. And I like to start off with the darkest shade sometimes. When I remember to start with the darkest shade, I like to go there first, because then you can like blend it out a little bit. If it's looking too harsh with the lighter shadows, it's really helpful to start with the darkest shade. So I don't always remember, because I feel like some of it is muscle memory, and I can get definitely caught in the habit of it. But yeah, this is like very pigmented, blending out quite a bit, and then I'll use the lighter shades to kind of create a gradient look. So I think I'm gonna go into Burst. This is a really pretty purpley color, and I'm just gonna start on the inner corner and slowly windshield wiper motion that into the outer corner. And last night, what did I do? I watched Persuasions again with, I think that's Dakota something. Dakota Johnson, I think is her name. Same chick that was in, oh my gosh, 50 Shades of Grey, I think. I honestly feel like she's a terrible actress. I don't know about you guys, but I think she's a horrible actress. I feel like she might have some Hollywood parents, like movie star parents, but don't come for me if you love her. I just think she's a terrible actress. I really, really do. I can't believe they casted her in 50 Shades of Grey, and I'm super excited to see Charlie Hunnam in the Ed Gein, The Monsters thing on Netflix. Honestly, the trailer is terrifying. I don't know if I could do it. He does not look attractive at all in that show. I think it looks like he's like lost a lot of his muscle and stuff, and I think they kind of like did the hair and makeup to make him look really young. I don't even know. Maybe like the opposite of his character in Sons of Anarchy. So yeah, I don't think he's going to be very much eye candy in that show, but I do enjoy his acting, so I'm excited to see it. But anyway, it's all looking a little dark, so we're probably going to pop in a little bit of Fresh Pink. It's a more pastel-y, pinky shade, and I think something like that will help lighten up the inner corner. Okay, so it's looking a little deeper than I thought, which is a good thing because if you like grungier looks, you can pull one off with this. And for my lid shade, I think I'm going to use Very Cherry, which is a really pretty purpley, like green shifting shade. So I think a lot of these shimmers are duochromes. I don't see like a multi-chrome shift in any of them, but you know, take that with a grain of salt, of course. I found my very favorite flat brush. It's the Singe flat eyeshadow brush, and I finally like clean my brushes, i.e. I use Cinema Secrets brush cleaner because you know, if I was gonna like wash every brush, we'd be here for a while. So I'm gonna go into Very Cherry, and yeah, look at that. You can see the green shift pretty much right away, at least on my side. And these shadows are very like light, so they don't like foil. Like, I think if I use my finger, I could probably foil them a little bit better, but they're so soft and like just like add the prettiest like sparkle to the lid. How cute. Wonder what I could do with my finger. Let's see. Yeah, you can definitely bump it up a little bit. That is so crazy. I see so much of the green shift in the shadow. It almost looks like I put a green eyeshadow on my lids, but I didn't, I promise. It is a purpley one with lots of like green sparkle in it. So I'm going to line the waterline quick so we can finish up the eye look and try out some new blush. I almost forgot I had this beautiful lilac eyeliner from Glossier. This is the shade Muse, and I did clean some of my little detail brushes as well. So we can go ahead and use this for the waterline. Grab some of that shade Burst, which I used in my crease, and we're just gonna run that right along the lower lash line. That is such a pretty color. Okay, I'm just gonna take my little Sigma blending brush and blend. I did go like a little bit buck wild here on the outer corner. It's fine, it's fine, it'll be fine. I'm okay, everyone's okay. Don't worry about it. Let's take a little bit of Fresh Pick and just kind of blend out. I kind of want to do like an extremely like blended out outer corner, but I don't know if it's working. So it is what it is, but it's fine. Everything's fine, everyone's fine, we're all fine. It's looking very intense. It's looking very intense. Okay, I'm going to take my little pencil brush, go into Cherry Balm, and I'm just going to run it right on the outer corner just a little bit. And I'm going to take my blending brush and just blend that a little bit more. Okay, I love it. It's looking major glam. So the look is done, I think, and I want to try out the blushes. So this is a little NARS set. This is the mini multiple set, and I did pick it up when I had a friends and family coupon, and it's $45 and you get 3 shades. Really curious about these. Okay, so here's the back of these. Let's swatch them. They're so cute and chunky. So the first shade is Orgasm Crave. Okay, this does look kind of light. You know what? Maybe I should not swatch that in case I want to give it to somebody that's lighter complected than me. And then we have Dolce Vita. Snicker at that name because if you watch the Adelson trials, you'll know why. And then the next shade, is this Orgasm? Fling. Fun. I did swatch a really pretty purple shade, like a true purple shade in store of these, and I was like, oh, these are pretty. So okay, I only swatched 2 of the 3, but it's for a good cause. If I don't end up using that lighter color, I'd rather give it to somebody. So I'm gonna go with Dolce Vita because I think it'll go really well with this look. I'm gonna wash this brush after I use it this time, but this is like such a great cream blush brush. It's just like a super random one I picked up once from Sephora collection. It was on sale. I was eyeing it forever because I thought the pattern was so cute. And then I finally bought it. I think it's supposed to be a foundation brush, but I love it for a blush brush. It's like a really good shape. It's dense enough, but not too dense. And I can really like press my blush in. So I love that for me. I think if I went straight on my skin with the blush, it would be supery dupery pigmented, and I don't think I want that for me. So I'm just pressing it on, NBD. And I think I've owned the Dolce Vita blush in powder form before, so I am familiar with that blush, but look is pretty much done. I just need to find a highlighter. I don't really have a new highlighter to try out with you guys, so I'm going to do all that off camera, do something with my hair, and I'll be right back to show you guys the finished look and give you guys my thoughts on everything I tried out today. Y'all, I don't know what happened, but I was doing my mascara and something got in somewhere on this eye and we had black mascara leaking, and so if this eye looks a little effed up, I don't know what happened. I think there was just like a chunk in the mascara and it like fell into my eyeball, and then my eyeball was like watering and it was a whole situation. So anyway, hopefully I managed to salvage the look, but let's go ahead and just talk about what is on my face. Foundation, I really like this one so far. I like that it dried down a little bit, so it is a little less glowy now, but it looks like a really nice natural finish foundation, so I'll definitely be testing this out as well. I have so many new foundations. I definitely need to not buy anymore unless there's something that's like gonna blow my mind in the next couple of weeks, because I have the Natasha Denona, I got the Sephora Best Skin Ever, the Gucci Skin Tint, the one by Makeup by Mario, so I am all set for testing out foundations, but that one looks nice. And I'm gonna tell you, there's not a lot of Mario products I love, love, love that are like holy grail status. So I know his brand gets a lot of love and I admire him so much as a makeup artist, but the products just haven't really vibed. I did like his bronzer that he came out with recently, but a lot of his first products I was really not that into, and the eyeshadow palettes are very like eh. So yeah, foundation so far, good stuff. And the Kulfi lip balms, also don't like a ton of stuff from this brand. They obviously don't have as much things as Mario does at Sephora, but they are a South Asian owned brand, so I do get stuff from them from PR from time to time. And I did get one of these in PR, the shade Chai, but I went ahead and bought Coconut Chum Chum because I was so curious. And I don't usually wear pink glosses or balms, but I thought I would do it for the plot, so that's where we're at with that. As far as the NARS blushes go, they're nice, but they're definitely not blowing me away, and I'm wondering if I made a mistake buying this little set because I really don't think I would use the light shade. It would be such a waste to just swatch it and then what. So not sure how I feel about this. I was really excited for this formula and it is nice. I also feel like since I have so many blushes, it's really hard for me to be blown away by a blush formula. And this one's just in the it's fine category. I have nothing really good or bad or jarring to say about it after trying it one time. For highlighter and my inner corner shade, I actually did grab the Mermaid Magic palette from Gourmand Girls. So I'm wearing these two shades mixed as my face highlighter. And then for the inner corner, I just went with the purple. So that was fun because I haven't really used that palette since I filmed with it. And then what else did I try? I'm still trying out this Danessa Myricks Blurring Yummy Skin Liquid Balm. I don't know. Again, it's fine. It's not like completely blowing me away. I wonder if I don't know, like, does my skin look that blurred? I don't know. I'll have to think about it. I'll have to go look at it in natural lighting and stuff. Keep you guys posted. But so far, it's fine. I don't know. I'm so great at reviewing stuff. I'm just like, like, do you need to go buy it right away? No. If you're really wanting to try a new setting spray and you like Danessa Myricks, yes, but I don't feel like I'm feeling any reactions, negative or positive, about that setting spray yet, so I don't really want to talk about it that much. I also really just feel like I could live without this concealer. It's not a bad concealer. I just bought it in the wrong shade. I think this is 19N. It's a little too dark for me, so the concealer I feel like I could have definitely lived without. Last but certainly not least is the Black Cherry palette from Simply Posh. I think this is so cute. I'm not gonna lie. I was kind of expecting at least like one cherry red shade, but of course the assignment isn't red cherry, it's black cherry. So there's no real cherry red shade in here, but it's a fun palette. I think it's a fun theme if you wanted something mauve-y for the fall season that you can do so many different eye looks with. This is a good option for you. I also like that it is quite affordable, so something to keep in mind, and you get a ton of eyeshadow. I'm super duper excited. I did see they have 2 of the other eyeshadow palettes on their website as well, so if you want to snag them, now is your chance. They also did send me Down to Earth, which was the palette they launched I think a month or 2 ago, and they sent me a copy, so I'll definitely do something with that as well. It's just not their newest launch, so I decided to focus more on Black Cherry in this video. So I hope it was helpful in case you were wondering my thoughts on it. I think it's a nice palette. I don't know if it's the most innovative as far as color story goes, but if you were wanting all of these blushy mauve shades from Simply Posh Cosmetics, they did finally deliver one for you. So that is everything. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. I hope you enjoyed this little testing new makeup video, and I will see you guys very, very soon. Bye, friends!